I mean, the only thing I could do is taking a good aroma from females. Well, I mean, that's why the reason I go on the webcam, so that they degrade me and humiliate me, because it turns me on. I've won a lot of money doing that in the past 4 months. She was like, because I gave her a scenario, kind of like role playing, because I told her, I imagine I'm in jail and I'm getting asked right by all these guys. I can't, like basically when you go to jail,
Yeah.
because they're straight. You know what I mean? Like, in other words, they're straight.
If a guy was like fucking you or in the asshole or something, that it would be it'd be making the girl like get off.
Exactly. Get off because she's being turned on because I'm powerless. I'm overpowered, powerless, and they're basically because they're desperate and they haven't got any like me, so they're desperate, but they're ganging up on me. So I just got sort of turned on by the fact that she was watching, and if she could find my face, now it's on like because I have a dark fetish, so that's a couple fish. Well, I mean, I would let like, okay, if like a girlfriend, like if there was a couple and the guy was a college stud, healthier than me and had a normal liver because my liver's fucked. If he was like really like, if he was like a football player, like a starter or whatever, he was in good shape, I'd let him like probably choke me while she watched and get, turn on, probably jack off to her watching me. Yeah, I've always been a submissive kind of guy. He's like, if really like studs like college, if they were like really healthy, like in football and healthy and whatever, you know what I mean? Like normal liver and just regular healthy, you know what I mean? If they're just to like gas out, fuck. It's kind of like the same as a skunk, you know what I mean? When I smell a skunk, I get turned on. Like if the fucking odor turns me on because I look at, while I smell the odor, I look at the fucking girl. I mean, I thought about it. I've been to a park before, and I'm not going to lie. I try, how they have like the special places where you put dog shit, you know what I mean, in certain places in parks. I almost thought about taking one once just because it would turn me on just to smell the dog odor, jack off to the odor. Because I've even taken beer and dropped garlic. I mean, I shit you not, I've taken garlic and dropped garlic and beer and Doritos because the aroma, the smell turned me on so much. It's just all about the odor, man. One time I actually did put my finger in my butt. I actually put my finger on the beer can, kind of because it was between the Dorito and the garlic. And I've even, between you and me, I've even taken a U.S. penny and jacked off with the penny because there were germs from so many millions of people on the penny. Put it on my, pee hole. And actually busted a great nut from doing that. I'm talking about intense ones. I used to put trickle socks in my neck and try them as hard as I could.
So,
I'd go in my sissy's room and then strangle myself and, while imagining hot chicks watching me struggle, and it turned me on.
Does your sister know about, like, your fetish type stuff, or is it kind of a secret?
Well, she's that's kind of secret. It's a little bit TMI. I don't really want to discuss that at the moment. There's stuff that what I grew up with when I was really young. Back then I didn't drink. Well, I mean, there have been times in my life I'd go in the Sunday paper and take a scissor and I'd cut out pictures of hot girls and have albums, stuff like that.
And she participated in it?
3 or 4 albums. Well, yeah, sometimes she'd draw pictures of, girls. It turned me on like hell. I mean, when I used to take my hand on the rail, when a girl would put her hand on the rail, I'd get so turned on just because she touched it, at one job, I worked, at one place one time in the kitchen, and these Japanese chicks ate from they had like lasagna or some shit like that. I took the forks and imagine they're giving me head because it turned me on. They were fucking hot Japanese. We did it.
But your sister has like helped you get off before?
They're talking about like busting up, You're talking about like coming and all that shit?
Yeah.
She did. God, it was like fucking 30 years ago. Well, like 14 or 15, they had a pool table down there in the basement. It was a Jewish temple. I could drop like a pool, a ball on my head, like from 9 inches, 8 inches. I used to drop it on my head like that. And get turned on and imagine her watching me.
Yeah.
It turned me on just laying on the ground playing dead.
Understandable, yeah.